Okay, might be live streaming. Can't quite tell. Okay, we're live streaming. So we're out in the forest. Got Jason with me, and we were just gonna do some question and answering stuff for self-defense. Who knows? Maybe you like to jog or hike down a trail. This is just a great setting for us. We like the woods. We were out, pop a few rounds off. Figured we'd come out, answer any questions anybody has on any self-defense stuff. So if you have a scenario or anything that you may like, or a scenario that you have thought maybe, this might have happened to me at some point. Any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah,
What do you think?
we're having this whole question and answer live stream because we want to see what people think about a self-defense situation. There's a lot of self-defense videos out there that talk about certain ways of doing things that don't work. That don't work, especially when it comes to
Different sizes, different
weights.
scenario. There's leaves, it's dirty. We're not on a street, obviously, but I mean, this is not a great spot to kick people in the head. Perfect example. Especially any kind. I mean, some of this is still damp out here. You could probably wipe out if you tried to kick someone in the head in a time like this. So.
And I'm wearing casual clothes too. I mean, I'm wearing cowboy boots, jeans. I'm wearing worst case scenario here. Like if I'm out comfy clothes, whatever. I'm not in my fatigues and military ready.
Yeah, right. So it could be just any time that you're in any situation, whether you're in a parking lot coming back from a grocery store, or if you're walking back from your job to your vehicle. So any questions you might have, any thoughts on what technique you might have seen that someone said, oh, this is going to work every single time. I mean, we've done a couple videos on it, and there's just so many things that people say, oh, this is great for self-defense. But is it really great for self-defense? I mean, we debunked a couple in a few different videos. So if you have any ideas or a scenario or anything like that that you'd like to see or that you'd like to try, or
you're doing a video and somebody comes up
and then see, look, but he's got his arm on it. Like that, he's too big. It's gonna be hard. But look at, I'm gonna get chucked out on this. Okay, that was random.
I love randomness.
Anyway, she's too big to be doing stuff like this.
Give yourself a hernia.
But yeah, that wouldn't be, that wouldn't be too good. That's random. It's live video.
I love it.
I mean, yeah, it would suck too if you got more of those.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Somebody comes up like, yo, man, what's up? What's your problem?
Yeah. This is where a prime wrist lock in. I'm gonna do something to try to control, roll an arm on him. Either way, I'm gonna try to stop it before something happens. So, thanks for choking me, man. so it's kind of random, but yeah, you're not gonna know. Every situation is gonna be different. So it's not. That was pretty random. Wasn't expecting that. I figured we were gonna talk first and find something out. Whatever.
People want to see action.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. There could be a whole bunch of different ways that someone comes up to you like, hey man, you got an extra cigarette? And then then they're grabbing you. And then what are you gonna do when they grab you? Well, you need to know. You need to. Hopefully you're ready enough that when something does happen at first, when they first come up to you, hey man, I don't want no problems. Try to keep a little distance. Make it so there's a little bit of space. So.
Number one, have this one on straight. If you don't have that on straight, there's so many scenarios where things can go bad.
Yeah.
If you don't have it on straight, you can't think straight. That's why they have situations where there's high intensity that you train in, where right there, I messed them up a little bit because it's random, it's different, you didn't know where to go from there.
I don't want to slam them too hard either. I got them flipped over, but I didn't want to,
but
no mat or anything.
In a serious situation where if I was truly choking him or something like that, and I was some stranger, he's gonna tear me up.
You're gonna do it extra hard. It's not like we're friends. We don't, we know what's going. Something might happen here because we're just talking. But yeah, it all depends on. Every situation is going to end up being different. It all depends on what's going to end up happening. And usually, one of the things that we like to do the most, probably, as soon as someone comes up, oh, I don't want no problems. I'm trying to make a little distance, trying to create distance, trying to keep him off me so I can see about where he's going to go. to see if I have to. I mean, if he starts coming, he's just too much bigger than me. I might be able to just, now way off screen. But the point is, I created a space and I took off. Hopefully he's so big I can run faster, you know. Sometimes that's going to be what it is. I mean, I don't know what he's got. I don't know what he's got in his pockets. I don't know. I don't really want to fight with a guy who's 100 pounds bigger than me. I don't, you know, really, it's not even funny to see what happens. Even if you flip them, they still end up choking you or squishing you on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
100 pounds is a big difference. I mean, there's...
Well, we're going to do a demonstration why this is not, there's no knife out, steel Gerber, whatever. And say this is a knife situation, and somebody comes up with you, you know, hey man, give me your
I don't want a
wallet,
problem.
your knife,
We're not gonna want a
whatever.
problem.
I need you.
Yeah, I'm not even going to want to attack. I'm probably going to want to just run. I don't really want to get stuck.
Exactly.
And he's way bigger than me.
Number two, if someone's coming up to you and you have that too, I mean, you say, I'm reaching for my wallet, man. You know, you grab your wallet. You say, I put it down. I don't have my wallet on me right now because I know we're going to be tussling around. But end up taking your wallet, just place down. Let him focus on that. Once it's focused on that, you're gone.
Either that, pawn him in his head. No.
Yeah.
You're pretty much just going to want to get out of there. You're not really going to want to stick around. You're not really going to want to.
If you got no training against a knife, you get out of the situation as fast as you can. Where
Even if you do, you could get overconfident with your skills. I mean, we've done a lot of stuff, and either way, sometimes, I mean, if he just started randomly, boom, 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 and I mean, even if I got away from the first couple or tried to move out of the way, look, I just got poked again. It doesn't matter, and you don't know what's going to be there. This could be here. There could be a curb when you're on the sidewalk.
worst case scenarios.
Yeah,
Always think of it.
it's always going to be what Murphy's Law or whatever. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So it's going to be. You got to pay attention. Try to pay attention before they get to you. Try to stay out of the way of anybody who's, you know, maybe they just look a little different, something's wrong with them or whatever. Maybe you can cross the road and you're off to the side. So it's going to be a lot of awareness, a lot of alertness, a lot of paying attention, surveying the scene, make sure there's nothing crazy going on around
When
you.
you're like this,
Yep, this is how you get it.
I don't see him right now.
Yep, I grab the wallet, I come over to the top of his head. He has no clue what's going on. He's too busy with his cell phone. How many people are too busy with their cell phone? They come out of the grocery store, pushing the cart like this. You see people get hit by cars. I mean,
My wife, yeah, I was just going to say, my wife works in a hospital, and she sees people that come in that get hit by cars all the time because they're on their phone.
on your phone.
Why?
That doesn't make sense.
keep yourself, you know, aware. It's not just people you're looking out for. It's vehicles. It's, you know, people behind the wheel.
Yeah, could be a car going by.
Yeah, it could be a dog coming out of nowhere too. You never know. So always have yourself, you know, aware of your surroundings, what's going on. You want to make sure that you have the capability to stop something before it even gets to you. So if I see that person over there and I feel a threat on that person, I'm going to keep distance between me and that person and move in a different direction. But if I'm here and there's a confrontation, I'm not ready. I want to have that submission.
He's ready. He's got his hands. He's got them to where if I do come in, you know, he can get something on me. I'm thinking I'm in control of the situation. I'm going, hey, listen, buddy. And then as soon as I do grab or I don't get a chance to grab, but now it reverses everything. It's just like when you see people who think they're going to score that punch and they're like, rah, and something hits them. They don't even know that they got hit. They're still thinking that they were hitting you. This arm's still down. They're not a boxer that's usually going to come up or a let's see, I'm doing judo, so you got a third-degree judo guy walking around. I mean, he's not just going to come up and flip someone for no reason, or a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor. I mean, these guys, yeah, they could fight.
I love hearing that people have guns around in our area and are
Yes,
actually
we do.
practicing
That's what we
shooting.
were doing this morning, sighting in my CZ Scorpion. But yeah, so these types of people are probably not going to be the ones that are going to be coming up to attack you. It's probably going to be someone who's obviously got something wrong with him if he wants to hurt someone else or he wants to rob them. They're not going to be good people. They're not going to, it's usually not going to be right on. They're going to try to sabotage. They're going to
Most people that are committing a crime have an addiction, or they have something they're trying to get to fill a need. So I mean, whether it be money, whether it be
power over another person. That's
Yeah.
where with women's self-defense we talk a lot about the it's a control thing for some people.
Yeah,
They're
the
just-
rate part, you know, they're focused on what they're trying to accomplish. You know, it's not an easy thing to talk about, but what they're trying to do, and you want to take that advantage. They're focused on one thing, and you want to manipulate that to your advantage and end the fight and the threat. So I mean, you know, we can sit here and fight all day too, but
There you
I'm
go,
gonna tell you,
Dr. Ford.
get your
Yeah.
concealed carry and get weapons training on a knife or something like that. Be able to take a baton, something on your keys. That's what we do in our classes. You know, we teach people how to use a quarter, how to use your keys, how to use every little thing that you can find in your pocket
It
or
is.
ground.
He's got a hood, not paying attention. Oh, that's not fun. I
No.
mean, you
Even
get a
if
hood
it's a-
pulled over your head.
Even if it's around this way too, and you
Sure.
have the ability to actually take and start twisting it,
Control.
you know, and get, you know, my thumb's stuck in there. That's not a good thing, but it's not easy
I'm
for
not
me
gonna
to
break his wrist, just like this.
see. Again, a big guy scenario. I went and twisted that, which I'd never do because I'm having to go and twist myself up to do that. But you know, some people like to take the hoodie, even here too, and drop down, twist, and you do a choke.
Roll with it. Whatever
I mean,
you
you
work.
he'll show you better because he's shorter than me. So
What do you want? Choke?
choke.
It's easy to choke people with that. Go like this. Take them from the top. Ooh, I don't rip your coat out of here. Just so top. Yeah, easy chokes. Depending on the clothing, this time of the year, a lot of people have coats on. It's a lot easier to throw people anyway. I do like throwing people, but it does take a lot strength, energy to flip someone completely over. You might just want to trip them up with the feet or something and take off. The biggest thing's probably going to be just trying to get out of the situation. You didn't want this confrontation. Someone's coming to you. You notice they're coming up from the side of you. Oh, I don't want no problems. And then try to de-escalate. Like, why are you doing this? What's going on? Are you okay? You know, that verbal back and forth. You're going to maybe talk someone down, or they're going to think about it for a second. Gives you enough time to get out of there.
The more confidence you have, the less likely you are going to have a really bad case scenario. The more fear you show, the more they're going to want to overpower you. So being confident, you know, showing you're confident is a good thing. Being cocky is a bad thing. So if you,
Get some training.
yeah,
Definitely get some training, because you never had a force on force anything. There's people that are really good at, I don't want to like pick on a certain style, but if you have really big flashy movements and it might not be economical for the fight, and it might not be a pressure tested technique as far as, I mean, do we know every time that I don't even know what to give you for an example, but there's some people that do crazy stuff, like when a big guy grabs on and they're gonna, you know, how come he's not letting go? In my class, I went like this, and his hand just flew off.
do it hard now.
But this guy's not. Well, I'm probably not even going to be able to do it hard. That's
If I
something.
have my
That's
hands
something I'm probably
heated.
not going to do. This is. I mean, we put this in other videos. I'm probably going to give him a throat shot or a sternum shot or try to trip a foot up. It's going to be something that you've done before. That's hard enough. That's strong enough. That is going to knock him over. And women could do it. Smaller people could do it on a bigger person. We've done it on.
Let's debunk some stuff.
Like
I
what?
mean, again, we did the whole thing with the arms, you know, and we did that.
Yeah.
And we talk about, you know, the spinning out type thing. So if you were to turn out, if I have arms, put one arm up, they show the one arm up, and somebody's grabbing them, and they do this whole turn out. You know, they do the whole turn.
You
You know?
can't even turn away from me.
Well, if I
And
did
you're a lot smaller.
a lot smaller.
Or bigger. I know what I'm talking about.
So if you're
Yeah.
here, and they turn out, you know.
I'm still holding on.
Now, if I had just this,
Now it's gonna be harder to hold on.
most of the time it's just holding on. And here, if I do this and turn out, but what did I do?
That's a lot of stuff for no reason, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, do it again. But if I give myself up like that, you know, I turn.
If I miss, I could take him here. Give him that. Boom! You know, take those problem. We can throw him if it, you know, that's if I'm letting go. But like I said, a lot of times people aren't going to be maybe as knowledge. They're not going to be used to fighting so much. It's not the nice person who goes to work and brings his kids to his boxing class, or, you know, these people are learning something for a defensive purpose. It's a sport too. It's pressure tested though. I mean, boxing's pressure tested. I mean, they're punching you. You are punching them. You are.
Self-defense
It's
situation,
working.
the way we do it is you're in a situation where we're holding on to you. We're gonna give you some stress. we're going to do something that, in that situation.
There's one thing we do in almost every self-defense class, and we usually pick like the smallest woman in the class or something. So I'll be talking, and she'll be standing here, she'll be listening, and then randomly, he'll just grab them and start dragging them out of the place. Come on in my van. And you see some of them just go like this. They don't know what's going on. They just came to learn some self-defense. Now, hey, once in a while you get a little flailer or something, but the ones that are flailing, it's easier for you to let them go. And then, okay, maybe it's going to be too much of a hassle for that person to grab that person. But some people, I see them, I'm sitting there talking, they're watching me. He comes up behind, grabs one, starts dragging them off. They freeze. And he's over to the door, and 5 seconds going to walk out of the building with the girl.
One of the things they always
Oh
do.
yeah, and then as soon as someone grabs he does that to him too sometimes during the classes, and they're pulling. They don't know what to do. Now, you're talking about maybe a 125-pound woman and a 315-pound, 6'4" dude. Who's going to win the tug of war? It's going to be easier if he's yanking. If you just kind of go with, boink, another groin shot, something, anything. Yeah, this is going to be really hard for
An individual.
a lot smaller person.
But again, when most women have some nails on them, I mean, you
Get
can
it?
claw on that stuff, and it's
Get
becoming
the eyeballs, you try for a throw, but if he's yanking hard, I mean, you might as well skip on the way there and give him that knee.
Yeah.
Maybe try to get a groin shot with the knee or the.
You guys do that throw thing. I'm so tired of seeing some videos too, where they.
Oh yeah. Where do they tell you to hit him in the throat like this? Yeah, and the
Again,
thumb.
if
the
you're
thumb's still jacked up.
Yeah, if your head's not on straight, you miss, the person gets out of the way, and it just gets to the thumb part.
Just gets the thumb and
you can break it.
break it backwards.
Seen it happen.
Bring that.
Keep that thing in there, and you
Give him
here,
a shot like this.
here,
a shot like that.
there. That's
This,
one of
even though it's just your fingers like that, it doesn't take much. Boink, and he's going to be moving back. We've got videos of him choking me, and all I did was go boom, and he off for a second, and it's enough that he lets go, and I can take off.
We're not looking for crazy techniques. We're looking for simplistic. Because most people that want, to get out of a self-defense situation where you're under attack, you want something simplistic, easy to use. Somebody from this big to this big can use, and it's effective.
Yeah.
So
Something easy, something simple, something to get you out of there. Go get some training. That's probably the biggest thing, but we're here for any questions, any comments. If you're just joining the live stream now, we're just out. We chose to do it in the forest today just because we like the woods so much, and we have a lot of fun out here. So, and you can hear the gunshots. It makes
beautiful thing.
great background noise. But yeah, so even later on in the comments when this is offline stream, if you guys have any questions or you have something you may want to see in the future, we're gonna make a little bit better of an attempt to do a little bit more self-defense, maybe a little bit more combatives or whatever it may be. So anything anybody wants to see, anything anybody wants to try, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so when we go live you can get the notification that we're out here live. I know it is a Sunday right now, so football's on, so I figured it might be a little bit different. But here we go, key scenario real quick.
I always have my wife do and other people, again, one thing we use is when you're walking out to your vehicle, having it in your pocket between your knuckles, you're going to use
even
that.
Me personally, because I'm usually going to end up going to the car, and I do it like this, and I really I don't feel bad doing that.
Yep.
You could jam that into someone's neck, and it doesn't matter how you grab the person. If you hit them with that,
Even if you get them a little bit with what he's talking about this way, if you hold them between your fingers, however you're going to do it.
you don't.
You can do it anywhere in the
Oh,
body.
these hurt. This hurts. So let's not punch right now. I need to be able to talk and breathe and stuff to mouth. But it doesn't matter if he literally puts it on me somewhere and pushes. If I grabbed him, see, that's not going well. It didn't scrape me up too bad, but it's enough to leave a mark, and he didn't even hit me.
Yeah.
You're pushing that metal in such a small spot.
Some people, you want to do it to me, give me back.
Yeah, dude. Anyway.
But
No, it
it's
doesn't.
something that is effective, and it doesn't take a lot of strength. So,
It doesn't.
a
You
little kid.
You can literally just push on. If you take your own key and push on your neck, oh man, it doesn't really matter if you hit a pressure point or any certain spot. It's a neck. It's soft.
It's
my
one of the
gosh.
biggest mistakes I ever showed my kids to use is setting for pressure points, and they're not even the teens, and they use it and they go, oh, it's easy. So
Easy, all right.
if a child can do it, anybody can do
Oh,
it.
definitely. Just walking out to your car, that's a great thing. From your house to your car, from your car to your job, from your job out.
And even when it comes to if you can't stab and you're trying to keep a distance too, and you don't want them that close, you know, if you have something to hold on to, we have Kubotans that we use and everything. You can make your own little stick or whatever, you can hold on to it. But
Well, that-
slashing
oh,
with the
man.
keys, you're gonna tear somebody up, especially if you're like
Oh.
me and you look like a janitor's keys.
You catch one of them, or two of them, or five of them in the eyeball once or twice, you're gonna at least stop for a second. That gives him plenty of time to get out of here.
Yep. They don't want that confrontation. So
Yeah.
one of the many things you can use and have a self-defense. You know, I don't have any change on me, but you can use a quarter. I mean, if I'm on the ground here too, and somehow I'm on the ground, you can find something of a stick. You know, it's enough to.
That's hard enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's hard enough where
Hard enough.
it would still do something. I gotta go for the neck on this one.
Curbs hopping up off the sidewalk, so someone has to come down it or come up it. It's all little stuff, but if they're not paying attention, they might fall in. So basically, I don't know. We're just out here, and we're just wondering if anybody had any questions or anything that we could answer. And we're gonna start probably trying to do a little bit more self-defense stuff, but I'm still gonna be on with the guns, and we really need to do more survival stuff. I have to do something crazy out here, but.
Plenty of that stuff.
Yeah. So I guess thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and anything that gets put on the comments, we'll try to get to as soon as we can. And I'm usually pretty much on YouTube every day, so I'll probably get to it. But I don't know. Have a good day. Thanks.
Later, guys.